spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll run. Here comes a rookie from Michigan State.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here's Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
The score, Commanders 7, Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And just shutting him off there.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Second and 7. Now a play fake. Lance
sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 3. Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Daniels.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Parker. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
To throw is Daniels.
Flushed out right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Daniels looking to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
The score, Commanders 14, Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. There's Charbonnet once again.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
To the air goes Daniels. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
And Lance now to throw.
That's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Daniels.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Over the middle, complete. It's Willis. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Throw left side, complete. That's Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Lance again.
And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Lance looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels dancing to his left.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throw caught by Flowers.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's 2nd and 8. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett.
Whoa! Still won't go down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That is caught.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 now.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Flowers. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back now in Arlington.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Ready. Go.
Here's Lance. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hurt.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing now is Lance.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll run on first down. Parker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert. 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
Flush to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And Lance going to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Now Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
They'll run again.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss, because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Throwing to start the drive. Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians.